Good morning, friends. Thanks for joining here at Journey Home Meditation for the morning sit. We're going to do some breathing together. I'll share some contemplations on some stuff that's in my head. Some of it from the teachings, and some of it is just plain human stuff, I think. So it's good to be here sharing these things with you. And I've got a good poem this morning. Once again, we are digging into the depths of the Mary Oliver bag. I get this feeling sometimes that I am a little codependent on Mary Oliver's work because it is always dependable. I can always depend upon opening up a Mary Oliver book and finding that message that I really need today. But all that said, it's wonderful to be here. Let's get settled in. I'm Michael, and I'm happy to be here this morning. How about we just begin with a few of those mindful breaths, just shining the light of awareness. I think it's not common practice in our culture to pause. We are very no holds barred, power through kind of people. Whether we've nurtured that in our culture or if there's something that's driving us to this way of being, I don't know. But I do know that a revolutionary moment of pause can change everything. Everything. Just in that moment. So let's just pause. Just begin to recognize the quality of your breath right now. What are some of the things that are standing out to you about your breath? I recognize that this morning I have a tendency to hold my breath longer than usual. Hard for me to let go. Hard for me to release that breath today. And as much as I may have a conscious awareness of what it is I may be holding on to, there is another consciousness. There's another deeper layer of truth in my body. And being able to actually allow myself to feel into that, to feel the feeling, it really is a big difference than thinking the thought. So I'm recognizing in my breathing that I am holding my breath in. And that means I'm holding my body in such a way that I am somehow grasping. So my practice in these 3 awareness breaths is going to be to practice release. Find where it is in my body I'm holding on and just take 3 breaths to find balance with whatever it is. So let's take 3 breaths together with the bell. Breathing in. I'm letting go. Breathing in. I am letting go. Shoulder blades together just slightly in the back. Spine straight, chin level, breathing in. I am letting go. And we hold on to so much. And it's funny the things we hold on to. I go through my drawers at work sometimes and I find little scraps of paper or maybe half of a nub of pencil or a single paper clip. My desk is full of these things. And I recognize that it just complicates my experience when I go into my desk to get something that's supposed to be in my desk. I can't find it. So I start stuffing things on top. And just my desk becomes a catch-all for any little thing that I can't deal with in the moment. Right? Someone hands me a stack of papers, to go through these and reread this and give me your thoughts on this. And, oh, yes, definitely. And then I throw it in the desk drawer. And that's where it's gone to die. It will be resurrected from there by archaeologists in a couple of 100 years. And they will come up with some strange religion that I was a part of that could not bear to let go of a package with a single battery in it. Whatever it may be. But I share that to say that letting go is not always easy. And it's not always goodbye, and it's not always a moving on, but sometimes it's a letting go of what it is we don't want, or letting go of what it is we expect to happen. And this is present in my life right now in many ways. But one of the ways I discovered this morning is I was feeling very awkward in my clothing. I've been feeling really good. And then this morning, nothing felt right. Nothing felt good. The hair was doing what hair does. And here I am standing in front of this same body that I've stood in front of in many ways for my entire life. Obviously, we change, but it's always my body. I'm always standing there looking at it. And I realized I needed to let go of some things that were holding me hostage in my own thoughts about myself. Little things, no big deals. So I wrote a poem. That's a standard practice of mine to sort of get it out. When I'm healthy, that's my practice. I'll say that. When I'm dealing with stuff that I'm not dealing with, that's not as much my practice. But I got it into a poem and I was thinking about it. Like, what is it that I'm holding on to that doesn't need to be held? What's in my drawers? What's in my thoughts? And I still can't quite find where it is I'm holding on to. Obviously, in my breath, I'm still holding my breath. So This is a day of awkward. And I like that. I can appreciate that. That standing there in that moment, what I needed to let go of was the fact that I need to let go of something. I don't know that I need to let go of anything, but I know that I need to let go of these shoulds that I place upon myself, the way my hair should look, or the way these pants should fit, or. And I couldn't quite name it. I couldn't quite put my finger on it until I got to this poem. This is from Mary Oliver's book, West Wind, Poems and Prose Poems. This book is a little bit different than other Mary Oliver books. The things that she does with language in this book is something that she doesn't often do in her other books, and as well as the styles of the poems. So this is a lovely book. I'd recommend it. Of course I would. It's Mary Oliver. I'm going to recommend it. But this poem actually doesn't seem like it's exactly about what I'm feeling, but it really is. It really drilled right into the space. It's called 7 White Butterflies. Seven white butterflies, delicate in a hurry. Look how they bang the pages of their wings as they fly to the fields of mustard yellow and orange and plain gold. All eternity is in the moment. This is what Blake said. Whitman said such wisdom in the agitated motions of the mind. 7 dancers floating, even as worms toward paradise. See how they batter. Pardon me. 7 dancers floating, even as worms toward paradise. See how they banter and riot and rise to the trees, flutter, lob their white bodies into the invisible wind, weightless, lacy, willing to deliver themselves unto the universe. Now, each settles down on a yellow thumb, on a brassy stem. Now all 7 are rapidly sipping from the golden towers. Who would have thought it could be so easy? I'm tempted to read it again because of the mistaken word. I even picked up these adorable little flashlights so that when I read these poems in the morning, I can have a brighter light that helps me see the words better. But I didn't use it and I missed the word. But I don't think I need to read it again. I love the feeling. Willing to deliver themselves unto the universe. Now each settles down on a yellow thumb, on a brassy stem. Now all 7 are rapidly sipping from the golden towers. Who would have thought it could be so easy? Not me. I didn't think that. But I guess it is. Finding your meditation posture just for a moment. that space we can find balance in our mind and our body and our emotions and our spirit. Just settling in. Breathing into the bottom of the belly. Feeling whatever it is that arises. Loving whatever it is that arises. Allow yourself to picture in your mind the embodiment of this feeling in your body, whatever it is. Just let that image come to you. Let it come right through the space right in between your eyes, in the middle of your forehead. Let it just come right there in your vision with your eyes closed if you can, but bring that vision inward. Be with love for this image. You might get just a moment of a thought. Maybe you're holding on to something that needs forgiven. Maybe just a moment of a thought comes up where you think maybe it's not so bad. Maybe they didn't know. Whatever it is, just go with that. Bring that maybe in and let it be like one of these butterflies flapping the pages of its wings, moving until it can just sit, come down on that yellow-thumbed leaf, on that shiny branch, just sitting there for a moment. What if your forgiveness could be true? What if your adoration could be true? What if you had the same body and the same clothes yesterday and you felt pretty and that's okay? What if you could do that again? What if you could remember that today? Maybe it wouldn't be a day where you could try to call in Awkard. And maybe you can have that every day. You just need to do the work. Just breathing in and breathing out, letting go and receiving. I wrote a poem this weekend and Angela read it and she said to me, one day Padraig Otuma is going to read your poem twice. And that was one of the biggest compliments about a poem I could ever receive. If you're unfamiliar, give a listen to Poetry Unbound, the podcast with Padraig Otuma. It's another type of meditation, really. Padraig will read the poem and then give his contemplation and then read the poem. And by the time he gets to the poem the second time, it's transformed. It's transformed. You've transformed. Poem's the same. Poem's the same as it was in the beginning as it is in the end. Same poem. But you've transformed. And I think about that standing in front of the mirror, awkward. I think about that. Same poem. Same poem as yesterday. In fact, I'm going to share the poem from this morning. I seem to be always changing shape. Not a shapeshifter or a chameleon or a moth from the cocoon, just a middle-aged man with sudden shirts that suddenly fit strange on a strange body with strange hair. And suddenly I don't feel so pretty. But the day is already in motion and you can't call in awkward, so I make slow tea. The way I like it. And I pause for this poem or another, and my fingers gently and with precision tell the story of a suddenly strange man who remembers pretty and drinks tea slowly. You ever feel suddenly strange, Sangha? Friends, you ever have an outfit that just feels amazing and you can walk through your day like floating, and then the next time you put it on, you gasp. You don't feel right, but then nothing feels right. And you just want to wear the outfit of your blankets and stay in bed? Or are you one of those advanced beings who doesn't use mirrors and doesn't have insecurities? Maybe. They exist. They do. But I do like my slow tea. And I do remember pretty. Is that enough poetry? No. Let's read the Mary Oliver poem one more time, just for the road. And then when I read this time, maybe you can find your meditation posture and really just receive these words. Just receive them. Seven white butterflies delicate in a hurry. Look how they bang the pages of their wings as they fly to the fields of mustard yellow and orange and plain gold. All eternity is in this moment. This is what Blake said. Whitman said, such wisdom in the agitated motions of the mind. Seven dancers floating, even as worms toward paradise. See how they banter and riot and rise to the trees, flutter, lob their white bodies into the invisible wind. Weightless, lacy, willing to deliver themselves unto the universe. Now each settles down on a yellow thumb, on a brassy stem. Now all 7 are rapidly sipping from the golden towers. Who would have thought it could be so easy? I think it's, remember that for those 7 white butterflies, flying the way they fly is just what they do. They just wake up to do that, to sip nectar and to move through their migratory patterns of whatever it looks like just for a few days of their life. That's what they do. I don't know if they know how pretty they are, but I don't know that it matters. Because what we see is beauty. Even if we don't know it, even if we don't feel it. Maybe someone else sees that too. Thanks for being here this morning, friends. It's a good Monday morning. It's a good way to start our week. It's a good way to spend just a little bit of pause. I put my hands together like this to say thank you, and I put my hands together like this to bow and to show you I'm not here just to take. I'm here to give. And to receive. Hari Om.